Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Am I audible now? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Hare Hare. Okay. So I don't know. I've just logged in through my mobile, just to ensure that the volume is okay. Okay, fine. So let us start with prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudhirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये पाहि पाहि महायोगीन् देवदेव जगत्पते नान्यं त्वादभयं पश्ये यत्र मृत्यु परस्परं कृष्ण कृष्ण महाबाहो भक्तानामभयङ्करा त्वमेको दह्यमानानामपवर्गोऽसि संश्रुतेः ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे आराध्य भगवान हृदयेश तनया सदाम वृंदावनम रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गे नवकल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमा पुमर्तो महान् श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्र नरनापर आई दीन दयाद्रनाथ है मथुरा नाथ कदा अवलोक्य से हृदयं त्वदालोककातरं दैत्य भ्राम्यति किं करोम्यहम्. Hare Krishna. So, thank you, devotees, for joining in. We were just discussing in the beginning. Maybe I was not audible. So, I'd just like to repeat that today is the most auspicious occasion of the appearance of Rukmini Devi, Rukmini Dvadashi Maha Mahotsava ki Jai. A few days back, we had Sita Navami, the appearance day of Sita Devi. Today is Rukmini Dvadashi, the appearance of Srimati Rukmini Devi, who is a consort of Lord Krishna, who is expansion of Srimati Radharani. So we all know this wonderful pastime how Rukmini Devi had never seen Krishna before, but simply by hearing about Krishna from this Brahmana, Rukmini developed love for Krishna, so much so that she's sending this love letter to Krishna, asking Krishna to abduct her and accept her as his wife. So these are the wonderful prayers that Rukmini Devi, this love letter is composed, is in Bhagavatam, because Rukmini Devi is a pure devotee of the Lord, and the Lord actually followed whatever Rukmini Devi told in her love letter. How he has to come, where he has to come, what he has to do, how he has to abduct her. Everything Krishna followed, right? So in this way, this love letter is part of Srimad Bhagavatam 10.52, 337 to 43 verses. So I'll quickly share my screen. We'll quickly go through these wonderful verses. the love letter written by Rukmini Devi to Lord Sri Krishna, praying to Rukmini Devi that may our desire to love Krishna also be manifested soon. Right? We also want to love Krishna, but unfortunately, our heart is filled with Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. We're not able to realize our love for Krishna. It is deep embedded, it is dormant, but we want to make that love for Krishna active in our hearts and to displace everything else that is there in the heart, the unnecessary things that are there in the heart, which is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. We want all of that to leave our heart, and what should remain in our heart is only Krishna Prema, the love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So let's move ahead and study this wonderful love letter, and then we will move on to our Ramayana study. So this is the love letter, Srimad Bhagavatam 10.52.37 to 43. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.52.37 to 43. Rukmini Devi's prayers, which she writes in the form of a love letter to Lord Sri Krishna. Shri Rukmini Vacha Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shrinvatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarai Dharato Angatapam Rupam Drisham Drishimatam Akilartalabham Tvai Achyuta Vishati Chittam Apatrapam Me. Anyone wants to read the translation, the meaning of this verse? Shri Rukmini said in her letter, as read by the Brahmana, O beauty of the worlds, having heard of your qualities which enter the ears of those who hear and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty which fulfills all the usual desires of those who see, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, O Krishna. Right? So this is said to be the first love letter, and all of the love letters of this material world are but we were discussing the Brahma Murta program, right? Urdhva Moolam Adaha Shakam, right? They are the reflections of this original love letter, which is written out of pure love to Lord Sri Krishna by Rukmini Devi. 10.52.38 Vatva Mukunda Mahati Kulashila Rupa Vidya Vayo Dravina Dama Viratma Tulyam Dhira Patin Kulavatina Vranita Kanya Kalendra Simha Naraloka Manobhiramam. O Mukunda, you're equal only to yourself in lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence. O Lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. What aristocratic, sober-minded, and marriageable girl of a good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time has come? तन्मे भवान् खलु वृता पतिरङ्गजायाम् आत्मार्पितश्च भवतो अत्र विभो वैदेही मा वीरभागमभिमर्शातु चैत्यारात् गोमायुवन् मृगपतेर्बलिमम्बुजाक्षा. Therefore, my dear Lord, I have chosen you as my husband, and I surrender myself to you. Atma arpitascha bhavato atra vibho videhi. Atma arpitas, right? I surrender myself unto you, O Lord Sri Krishna. Please come swiftly, Mavira Bhagam Bhaga Bhakyana. Mavira Bhagam Abhimarshatu Chaidyarad. My dear Lord, O Supreme Lord, please come swiftly and make me your wife. My dear lotus-eyed Lord, Goma Yuvan Mrigapater Balim Ambujaksha. Ambuja Aksha means lotus-eyed Lord. Let Shishupal never touch the hero's portion, like a jackal stealing the property of a lion. So we're discussing in the Brahmamurta program also how Rukmini is asking Krishna, you are the lion. You know, there are so many jackals and wolves which are here to take me as their prey, right, for enjoyment. But I am meant simply for your enjoyment. Oh Krishna, please come and take me. Just like a lion takes the prey and goes away. And all the wolves and jackals are all um, are all just seeing without with help with what do you call nazar nahi hatti hai unka. So they are just staring, but they can't do anything. The Lord is taking away Rukmini Devi like that, just like a lion takes the prey, while all the other animals are standing there waiting but can't do anything. पूर्तेष्टदत्तनियमवृतदेव विप्रा गुर्वच्छनाधिविरलं भगवान् परेशः आराधितो यदि गदाग्रज एत्यपानीं घृणातु मे न तमघोषसुताद्योऽन्ये. If I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious works, by sacrifices, charity, rituals, and vows, and also by worshipping the demigods, Brahmanas, and Gurus, then may Gadagraja come and take my hand, and not Damogosha's son or anyone else. Damogosha's son is Shishupal, right? Nobody else should come and take my hand except you, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by the demigods, the Brahmanas, and the Gurus. स्वाभाविनीतुमजितो द्वहने विदर्भान् गुप्तः समेत्य पृतनापतिभिः परीतः निर्वत्य चैद्यमगधेन्द्रबलं प्रसाय मां राक्षसेन विधिनोद्वह वीर्यशुल्कम्. Rukmini Devi said, "O unconquerable one, tomorrow when my marriage ceremony is about to begin, you should arrive unseen in Vidarbha and surround yourself with the leaders of your army. Then crush the forces of Chaitya and Magadendra and marry me in the Rakshasa style, winning me with your valor." So Rakshasa style means, the groom actually abducts the bride. While there is a swambar and people have all come take part in the swambar. However, one person comes and abducts the bride and takes her away. That's called Rakshasa style wedding. Okay. Antapurantaracharii manihatya bandhun त्वामुद्वहे कथमिति प्रवदाम्युपायम् पूर्वेद्युरस्ति महति कुलदेव यात्रा यस्यां बहिर्नववधूर्गिरिजामुपेयात्. So in this continuation of the letter that Rukmini Devi is writing to Lord Shri Krishna and sending it through the Brahmana, she's also telling now how Krishna should come and abduct, where Krishna should come. Since I will be staying within the inner chambers of the palace, you may wonder, how can I carry you away without killing some of your relatives? But I shall tell you a way. On the day before the marriage, there is a grand procession to honor the royal family's deity. And in this procession, the new bride goes outside the city to visit goddess Girija. So it's a custom that they go and worship, a demigoddess in the temple, goddess Girija. And at that time, Rukmini Devi is asking Lord Shri Krishna to come and abduct her when she is taking darshan. When she comes down, she'll be all alone, right? Because all of the army and other things who are her bodyguards, they will all be staying outside the temple. So when she comes out of the temple, that time Krishna can come and abduct her and take her away. Yasyangri pankajaraja snapanam mahanto manchanti umapatirivatmatamo apahatyai yerhi ambujakshanalabheya bhavat prasadam Jayyamasundratrakrishan Shatajanmabhi Syat. O lotus-eyed one, Yasyangri Pankaja Rajaha. Pankaja is lotus. O lotus one, O lotus-eyed one, great souls like Lord Shiva, hanker to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet and thereby destroy their ignorance. If I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force, which will become weak from the severe penances I will perform. Then, after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. Jayam asun vratakrishan shata janma bisyat. Shata means hundreds. Shata means 100. Shata janma vi syat. So even if you don't show me your mercy right now, it is okay. I will continue to perform austerities. I will want to become your wife, or I will continue to perform austerities simply to obtain your mercy. So in this way, Rukmini Devi is writing a wonderful love letter to Lord Krishna. And in this way, the Lord comes and abducts her exactly the same way that she has actually told the Lord to do. Just like a lion goes and catches its prey, while the vultures and the jackals are all there, right? But the lion is taking his prey and is going away. It's due share, right? Like that, Rukmini Devi is asking Krishna to come and take her, abduct her, in the presence of all of those other princes who have come to take part in the Swayamvar and win over the hand of Rukmini Devi. But before that, the day before the marriage, actually, it's been decided because Rukmini, the brother of Rukmini, wants to give her hand to Shishupal, right? That's the son of Damagosh, right? So the marriage is fixed for tomorrow. So it's not Swayamvar. So the marriage is already fixed. Rukmini has actually fixed the marriage of Rukmini with Shishupal. But Rukmini Devi has already given her heart to Lord Sri Krishna. So she's telling, oh Lord Sri Krishna, tomorrow is the wedding. Today I'm going to the goddess Girija's temple to take her blessings. When I come out, you please abduct me and take me away. And Lord Krishna does exactly that, right? So in this way, we see that the devotees, especially Rukmini Devi, is a wonderful example of someone who developed love for Krishna, right? Of course, Rukmini Devi is eternal associate of the Lord, right? But it's an important lesson for us also. That Rukmini, it is told that has never seen the Lord before, right? At least in this form as Rukmini. But she simply heard the glories of the Lord and she developed love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So similarly, we should also pray at the lotus feet of Rukmini Devi that may we also reawaken our love for Krishna, right? Simply by hearing the glories of the Lord, right? We have the opportunity to hear the glories of the Lord every day in the morning via the Srimad Bhagavatam class. And then we also hear our gurus speak about the glories of the Lord. When we hear these pastimes, we should also develop or reawaken our love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just like Rukmini Devi developed her love for the Supreme Lord. So Rukmini Dvadashi Mahamahotsava ki jai, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. So now let's move on to our regular session. Let's continue with our Ramayana. So let me quickly share. Krishna 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 He Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Raksho Mam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Raksho Mam Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahi Mam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahi Mam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Krishna 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 He Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam. Okay, let's move on to Ramayana. So in this, we are now currently studying how mantra, we understood the power of association, right? Asat Sangat Tyaga. We need to give up wrong association, otherwise we'll be dragged down. Our consciousness will be dragged down and we'll be engaging in all those things which we will later on regret. Oh, how come I did all these things? That's the power of association. The same way, sadhu sangha sarva shastraka, tava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoya. Right? Similarly, the people that we associate with, we will become like them. Our tastes will become like that. So we associate with those who have an eagerness to hear about Krishna, then automatically we will also develop the taste to hear more and more about Krishna. So here we see that mantra has brought down the consciousness or the level of the consciousness level of Kaikeyi from loving Lord Ram, she's coming down to thinking that if Ram becomes the king of Ayodhya, then I will no longer be the principal queen. Kaushalya will become more dear to Dashrath Maharaj, and my son Bharata will also be sidelined. So like that, Mantra's words, right? Who was talking out of her own insecurity, because she is the servant of Kaikeyi. So she's thinking that if Kaikeyi's son does not become does not become the king of Ayodhya, then I will also lose my position as the servant of the principal queen of Dasharath. So like that, right? Rajamata, they say, whoever is if Bharat is crowned the king of Ayodhya, then Kaikeyi will become the Rajamata. So like that. So she wanted Mantra wanted Kaikeyi to be that, because she wanted to be called the servant of the principal queen. So she poisoned the mind of Kaikeyi, and Kaikeyi got influenced because she lent her ears to Mantra, right? So we should be very careful whose association we take. We should be careful whom we are hearing from, lest our consciousness also may get polluted, just like Kaikeyi, who's the mother who loved Lord Ram just like a mother, right? It said Kaikeyi loved Rama even more than Bharata, right? But because of this asat sangha, right, the improper association of a person who is filled with sense gratificatory propensity, envy, right? Because of association with Mantra, Kaikeyi also started thinking in those lines. So that is, and what does she tell? She tells Kaikeyi, you go and lie down in the sulking chambers, don't dress nicely, with the open hair and everything, right? That's open hair also is not considered very very auspicious, right? It's considered inauspicious, because here we see Mantra tells Kaikeyi, open your hair and go and lie down, and throw away all your ornaments, and in this way Dashrath Maharaj will understand that something is unwell, something is wrong with you, something inauspicious has happened that's troubling you. So that's why it also said that ladies should not keep their hair open. Now it has become style, for ladies to open their hair and considered stylish, but it is considered inauspicious, right? So if we want auspiciousness in our life, then there are certain things, rules and regulations that we need to follow. Yeah. So here we see that Kaikeyi is ready to follow the instructions of Mantra, and she goes to those days were sulking chambers also. The wives have to sulk, and they will go to the particular palace room. And if the wife is there, the husband also will understand that something is wrong, that I have to go and pacify my wife, like that. So Kaikeyi is there, and she with open hair and jewels strewn all around, the tears in her eyes. She is waiting for Dashrath Maharaj to come so that she can tell him her woes, and ask Dashrath Maharaj for the boons, as advised by Mantra. So quickly, let's move ahead and see how it is depicted in this book by His Grace Krishna Dharmadas Prabhu, who's disciple of His Divine Grace Avicharanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so, I had changed the view. That's why I could not see anybody who's raised their hands. Okay, Chitra Krishna Sevani Mataji, go ahead, please read. When the king sees you distraught, from there.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. When the king sees you distraught, he will take you up and offer you anything. He will present priceless gems and pearls in order to pacify you. Do not be distracted from your goal of banishing Rama. Insist upon the 2 boons long ago given by your Lord. Take those boons now, O Queen. Demand the exile of Rama and the coronation of Bharata. Although Mantra showed her mistress an evil course disguised as good, Kaikeyi accepted Hare Krishna. Kaikeyi accepted her advice. Kind, gentle, and wise by nature, Kaikeyi nevertheless lost her good sense under the influence of her envious maid. Considering her husband and Rama as enemies, she spoke with hot, heavy breath. You have given me good counsel, O wise woman. I have been cheated by the king. You have acted as my well-wisher by pointing this out. When my son is installed on the throne, I shall confer upon you numerous boons and much wealth. Mantra smiled and urged Kaikeyi to make haste. Let's go quickly to the inner rooms, for the king will shortly come for his evening visit with you. You should by no means stand by as Rama is made Prince Regent. Act swiftly for the interest of your son and your own self. Kaikeyi was pierced again and again by Mantra's sharp words. The servant repeatedly spoke against the king and Rama, stoking Kaikeyi's anger more. Arriving at the sulking chamber, the queen threw herself on the floor and said to Mantra, either Rama is exiled and Bharata made the king, or I shall remain here in this state, taking neither food nor water. If my desire is not fulfilled, then you shall see me depart from the spot for the region of the dead. With her ornaments scattered and her garland crushed, Kaikeyi lay on the beautiful mosaic floor, appearing like a goddess fallen from the heavens. Her face dark with rage, she tossed about and sobbed. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare.
So this is what is, dhyayato vishayan pumsam sangasneshu bijayate sangat sanjayate kama kama krodod bijayate. Right? So we see here that what Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, right? Dhyayato vishayan pumsam. When we get attached to something, some sense object, right? What happens? Dhyayato vishayan puman sangat, dhyayato vishayan pumsan sangat sesu bijayate. Right? That means we want to associate with that object and we want to get pleasure out of that particular object or that particular situation or that particular person. Sangat sanjayate kama. And because of the constant attachment and constant thinking about that particular sense gratificatory thing, what happens? Kama. Kama arises in the heart. That means my desire to having to get that done some or the other arises in my heart. Kama krodod vijayate. That means when the lust is there so much in my heart, and when anybody comes as an obstruction, or if anybody has to do that for me, that person is not agreeing to do, then what happens? Krodot vijayate. That kama becomes the seed for krodha, right? So Dasharath Maharaj here is very helpless, right? Because he is unfortunately given this boon how many years back. Now Kaikeyi is asking for those two boons, for Rama to go to the forest and Bharata to become the prince or the king of Ayodhya. Now what else can King Dasharath do? Now he's already given his word. So now we all know the past time. So let's quickly read what happens. So we have to be very careful whom we are hearing from, whose association we are taking, and also we should not give boons like that. Of course, in Kali Yuga nobody can give boons. Even the curses don't work, right? Because the person who's cursing is a greater troublemaker than the person who's being cursed, right? And these curses have no value because there is no purity, right? But here the curses and the boons and all, like the Kshatriyas especially, who are the protectors, right? And those times, even Dasharatha was cursed, right? Because in his previous, when he was previously, he was cursed that he will have to bear separation from his son. So like that, those curses and all used to work, right? But nowadays curses also don't work. This thing also don't work. But we should only be careful we don't commit a Vaishnava aparadh, because it's going to affect our devotional service, right? So one important lesson for us in this particular chapter number 5, is how we need to be careful whose association we are taking, because it can drag our consciousness down. Now Dasharath Maharaj's heart is broken. So let's see what happens next. The king's heart break. Okay, Rajneesh Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danjo Pranam. Dashrath, having seen that all the arrangements for the installation were underway, made his way towards Kaikeyi's room for his evening rendezvous. The glorious monarch entered Kaikeyi's excellent apartment as the moon might enter the sky at night, spreading its beautiful rays. Peacocks, parrots, and other species of colorful birds crowded the palace, their cries augmenting the sounds of various musical instruments. Hundreds of well-dressed maids moved about in great halls and rooms in which were hung flowing silk drapes and numerous fine paintings along the outer walls. grew trees filled with blossoms and fruit. Tall seats of ivory burnished with gold stood everywhere, along with the expensive couches covered with soft cushions, costly hand-woven carpets covered with floors, first-class food and drink of every variety were provided in gold and crystal dishes laid out on golden tables. Dashratha swept through the palace, which, which revealed paradise itself. The armed guards at the outer doors bowed low as he passed, while at the inner doors the female servants folded their palms in respect. Coming at last to Kake's personal quarters, the king did not see her lying on her bed as expected. Dashatha was surprised to find that spouse, his beloved spouse, had failed to meet him at the usual time. He called out for her. When there was no reply, the king was dismayed. What had happened? He searched about her, and finding Kake's doorkeeper, inquired of his wife's whereabouts. With the dejected expression of portress, told the king that Kakei had entered the sulking chamber in an angry mood. Even further dismayed upon hearing this strange report, the king the king quickly made his way towards his wife. He entered the sulking room and saw her there fallen on the floor in a sorry and unseemly state. Dashrath looked sadly upon his youngest queen, who was dearer to him as his life. But now, but how, but who now had in her heart a wicked and sinful desire. Lying on the ground, she looked like a rose creeper violently torn from its tree, and like an apsara dropped from the heaven, or a dove caught in a hunter's snare. Dasharatha looked upon her as the lord of the elephants might look upon his mate lying fast with, by a poisoned arrow. Fondly stroking her tear-sweet face, the agitated emperor spoke to her softly. Your anger is surely not meant for me, who only wishes for who only wishes for your unending happiness. Tell me, O gentle lady, by whom you have been insulted or rebuked, so that you now lie here rolling in the dust. Who deserves punishment today at my hand? Or do you wish me to release someone who deserves to be punished? By whom have you been offended, or whom would you seek to oblige? Kakai said nothing. Kakai said, Kakai said nothing and did not even look at the king. Dashratha felt tormented as he sought at length to appease her. If you are ailing, then I shall call here the royal physician who will quickly heal your pain, speak out whatever is amiss, and allow me to make amends. I can by no means tolerate your distress and will quickly perform any work which pleases you. This earth with all its wealth belongs to me. What shall I bestow upon you today? When, what can you gain by torturing yourself in this way and my beloved queen? Please rise up and tell me the source of your sorrow. Katai was confronted. Katai was comforted and encouraged by her husband's entreaty. He was ready to do anything to please her. She prepared to put forward her terrible proposal. Seeing Dashita deeply moved by love for her, Katai spoke in strained tones. I have not been insulted or offended by any way. O king, there is, however, something I wish you to accomplish. Make me, make me, a, make me,
Yes.
a, Make me a solemn vow that you will fulfill my desire, and then I shall tell you what it is.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Dashrata
you.
play
Hari
Hare
bol done.
Krishna.
So the Kaikeyi is making sure that Dashrath Maharaj does not back out. Right now he is expressing nice, loving words, but then when he hears what she has to actually ask for, then maybe he will. She is fearing because she knows that Dashrath Maharaj loves Lord Ram so much, and in her heart of hearts, she also knows that what she's going to ask is also wrong. But she is unnecessarily she's been influenced by the thoughts of mantra, and so she wants to make sure that Dashrath Maharaj actually gives, and these comforting words that he's saying, I will do anything, whatever you want, whatever will make you happy, like that. So he sticks to his word. So she asks him to actually promise before she goes ahead and tells him what does she want to accomplish by doing all this. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, anyone else wants to read? Okay. Dasharatha placed her head upon his lap and straightened her disheveled hair. He smiled at her and said, Save for my son Rama. There is nothing in this world more dear to me than you. Right? Dasharath Maharaj is saying, I swear, then even before Kaikeyi has actually made a proposal, there is none in this world more dear to me than you, save for my son Rama. I swear then by that invincible high souled Rama, dearer to me than life, that I shall satisfy your cherished desire. By that very Rama, from whom separation would surely end my life, I swear to carry out your order. Indeed, by Rama, whom I would have in exchange even for my own self, my other sons in the entire earth, I promise to do your bidding. Please, therefore, reveal your mind to me, O good lady. Kaikeyi saw that her husband had bound himself completely by this thrice spoken vow. She inwardly rejoiced and felt that her ends were practically achieved. She then said to him, what would have been difficult to say even for an enemy, and which was like death, arrived at Dashratha's door. Let all the gods headed by Indra witness your promise. Let the sun, the moon, the sky, fire, day and night, the four quarters with their presiding deities, universe itself and the indwelling Lord in everyone's heart, take heed of your great vow. The highly glorious emperor, who is always true to his word and who knows what is right, has given me his promise. Looking intently at her bemused husband, Kaikeyi said, Remember now, O king, how in former times you fought with the gods against the demons, and how I saved your life. Surely you recall your offer to me, then of two boons. Having kept those with you all this time, I now wish to take them. Grant me those boons, O Lord, or see me give up my life this very day. Held under the powerful sway of passion and bound by his infallible promise, the king, like a deer stepping into a snare, made ready to accord the two boons to his queen. Kaikeyi continued, For my first boon, let my son Bharata be installed as a prince regent in Rama's place. For the second, let Rama be exiled to the forest and remain there for 14 years. Be true to your promise, O King of Kings, and cover both yourself and your race with everlasting glory. Now she actually gave out poison from her mouth, right, which was enough to kill Dashrath Maharaj, right, because even before Kaikeyi could give her Kaikeyi could give her desire, out. Dashrath Maharaj has already said, nobody is dear to me more than you, but for Lord Ram, right? And separation from Lord Ram is as good as separating himself from his own life. That's what Dashrath Maharaj told even before Kaikeyi actually mentioned her wish, isn't it? So we see here that Kaikeyi has actually taken the life of Dashrath Maharaj by asking for this boon, right? What are those two boons? You all know the pastime. It is making Bharata the king and also sending Rama to the forest for 14 long years. And Dashratha is dumbstruck and is shocked. Let's see what happens. Okay, Archana Shri Radha Mataji, go ahead. For some time, Dashratha gazed at his wife in utter disbelief from there.
For some time, Dasharatha gazed at his wife in utter disbelief. He was seized by an agonizing anxiety when he heard her cruel utterance. Surely this could not be happening. Was he really hearing this, or was it a dream? Had something experienced in a former life suddenly returned as a vivid hallucination? Maybe he was simply losing his sanity. How could Kaikeyi have made such a request? She had always shown up a deep affection for Rama. As he considered her words again and again, Dasharatha became overpowered by grief and fainted away. Upon regaining consciousness, he saw before him his wife sitting with a stern expression, and he remembered again her terrible request. As distressed as a deer at the sight of lion, the king sat upon the bare floor. He sighed like a poisonous serpent transfixed by the mystic spell of charmer, crying out, "Alas, what a calamity!" He swooned once more. He swooned once more. As he again came back to consciousness, the king began to feel furious. This was entirely unexpected from Kaikeyi. She was revealing a side of her nature he had never seen before. I lost Mataji. Where is it? He had never seen before. He thundered at his queen as if about to consume her with blazing wrath. O cruel and wicked woman, it seems you are set upon the destruction of my race. What harm have Ram and I ever done to you? When they are when
Why
why
then?
then why then are you bent on bringing ruin to me and my mine at such time? By harboring you all this while, I have held to my bosom a venomous snake. When practically the whole of humanity extols Ram's virtues, how shall I forsake him? I might give up my wives, my kingdom, and indeed my life, but I can never part with Rama. Dasharatha broke off, too shocked to continue. Had he not always shown kindness to Kaigeyi, how could she hurt him in this way? Surely she realized that her request would kill him. Deeply impassioned, he spoke with tears in his eyes. The world may exist without the sun, crops may grow without water, but in no event can life
Life.
remain in my body without my seeing Rama. Therefore, give up your sinful desire, O beautiful lady. Placing my head upon your feet, I beseech you to be gracious to me. Dashratha held his wife's feet and gazed into her face. But Kaikeyi sat looking at him impassively without saying a word. In plaintive tones, the king continued, "If you feel I have slighted your son Bharata, then let him indeed be installed in place of Rama. But what need is there to send away the lotus-eyed and gentle Rama? I cannot believe that you have alone developed the dislike for Rama. On so many previous occasions, you have told me of your love for my beloved son. Surely you are now possessed of an evil spirit." Dasharatha could not imagine. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat.
So here we see that how a person's mind can be completely changed, right? All her love for Dashrath Maharaj had gone into thin air, right? And even after such tearful words spoken by Dashrath Maharaj, Kaikeyi is unmoved, right? Because she has already made um, a staunch decision in her mind that she will not succumb to anything but the making of her son Bharata as the king of Ayodhya, and also sending Ram for 14 long years. And Mantra had already told the reason of why Rama had to be sent to the forest. Because if Rama was there, then the residents of Ayodhya would never accept Bharata as the king, right? Because of the good nature of Lord Ram and because of everyone having already accepted Lord Ram as a king, right? So for that, Mantra told Kaikeyi to also ask this boon that Rama be sent to the forest for 14 long years. And Dashrath Maharaj, he's even okay that the Bharat can become the king. That's okay. But then why should Ram be punished like this? That he has to go to the forest and live there for 14 long years. He's after all a small boy, right? Why should he be sent to the forest? So he is very shocked and it has no words. And of course, it comes out in anger. But we see here that Kaikeyi is very, very stubborn and she does not want anything else. She'll not budge for anything else but the acceptance of Dashrath Maharaj to make Bharat as the king and to send Lord Ram to the forest for 14 long years. So here we will stop, and today is Friday. So we'll continue on Monday from Srimad Bhagavatam. And Monday, Tuesday, we'll do Bhagavatam. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, again, we'll come back to the study of Ramayana. How does Dashrath Maharaj react to Kaikeyi and what happens when Ram is informed of this news? रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय गौरनिताय 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 जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय सुदर्शन जय बाला गोपाल रुक्मिणी विठल जय रुक्मिणी विठल जय प्रहलाद सिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रहलाद सिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय गोस्वामी जय गुरु परंपरा प्रभुपादा दया गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। श्री रामायण की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवा वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। सीताराम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्न हनुमान जी की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवा वृंद की जय। रुक्मिणी द्वादशी महामहोत्सवा की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। थैंक यू डिवोटीज। थैंक यू शोभा माता जी, चित्रकृष्ण सेवनी माता जी, राजेश्वरी माता जी, कर्पगौली माता जी, Archana Shri Radha Mataji, and all the devotees switching on your cameras and participating in today's session. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Anant Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, devotees. We'll meet you all tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. for our Shikshashtakam prayers, followed by the 10 offenses to be avoided, and followed by chanting with Srila Prabhupada, and then chanting with Srila Guru Maharaj, and then also dedicating one round for the good health and long life of Srila Guru Maharaj. And then we will meet on Monday at 11:30 as we continue with the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 6 of the first canto. Hare Krishna, Dhanatman all. Okay, and also I hope every one of you have updated your the Google form about the extra number of rounds chanted. I have not yet closed the Google form, so in case you haven't done it, please do it in the next half an hour. I'll close it in the next half an hour and I'll call out all your names and chant Narasimha Kavacham for your protection. Rukmini Dwadashi Mahamotsava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki